Do you want to know the real reasons why you may not reach your goals for 2023? And most people will not ever tell you this. Hey, Jason here, and if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go around Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful of a place it is, how safe it is here, and how great the people are here. And most importantly, you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on: happiness, health, and wealth. And so let's go ahead and get into it. Like, what are the reasons that you might not reach your goals in 2023? Now, you may be coming off like, Jason, damn, that's pretty bleak, man. How you gonna be pessimistic like this? And you're supposed to be a positive channel and lifting people up. But let's be honest. It is now what, January 30th here in South Africa? Over 80% of people who set a New Year's resolution or a goal to better their lives have just quit. Like, this is the truth. And so I really want to break down what is going to stop you. Because if you don't realize and become aware of these issues, you will never reach your goals year after year after year. And then one day you're going to end up dead with a bunch of regrets in the past life. Everybody around you like, oh, this is so sad. Oh, this is so sad. You know what the saddest thing is in life? People that are dying day and night and they don't do shit about their lives. All they did was just complain. Woe is me. Oh, it ain't fair. If only I was here. If only I was there. Look, it's 2023, man. It's time to stop the shit and start realizing we can do what we want to do in life. And these are the things that are actually stopping us. The first thing is this Superman or Superwoman syndrome, thinking someone's going to come in this cape and save you. The comic books, these Marvel movies, these DC movies, they're nothing but movies. They're comics. Like, it's not coming in real life. Like, one of the movies that I feel like this is an old movie from the US. I don't know if a lot of people watched it outside of the world, but they've taken this movie and they've used it to think this is what make women believe this is what relationships are. Some rich man is going to come and just pick up some lowly woman on the street that doesn't have nothing to offer. And the woman was called Pretty Woman. The movie was called Pretty Woman. Like, that is not going to happen. There's no Superman coming to get you. There's no Superwoman to come and get you. Trust and believe, the last maybe 20 years, I wish there was a rich woman that was going to come and be like, hey, Jason, I'm going to just take care of you the rest of your life. Shit never happened. And it's never going to happen. So we have to get this fake reality out of our heads. All of us have this false reality. Oh, if only I get married, things going to change. Nothing is going to change unless you change yourself. And so that's the first thing. Like, if you don't get the Superman, Superwoman syndrome out of your head, thinking someone's supposed to come save you, because a lot of us have that entitlement that someone should come save us from our shit. It's your shit for a reason. So get yourself out of the shit. Second thing is time. Time after time. Every time someone talks to me, the first thing out of their mouth when I talk about healing or how to get better, oh, I just don't have the time. Then how in the fuck you have the time to talk to me on social media? Like, let's be honest. And I'm a straight shooter. Like, I'm not here to baby people or talk at lower levels to be like, oh, well, maybe you're right. Oh, well, yeah, you're special. You're not special. We all share the same 24 hours in a day. Now, we don't share them equally. Like, I tell people I have about control of a good 20 hours of my life each and every day. Most people would dream for that. Now, those 4 hours that I don't have control, those are designed for professional development, working out, and working my businesses. Now, outside of that, the rest of that time is mine. But people want to look at the little bit of things they see me do. Like, they see these little snapshots of, oh, you're here eating at this restaurant. Oh, you're here doing this. But they don't want to look at the big picture of, he spends most of his time in his house studying, working, improving on himself. Like, you have to find a way to carve out the time to improve and work on yourself. No one is going to do it for you. No one owes you anything. Your boss don't owe you anything. Your family don't owe you anything. No one owes you anything to help you improve yourself. It is your job to improve. And improvement can come in as something as little as reading a book every day. Well, let's not even go that far. That's a little deep and hard for people. Reading a paragraph on professional development every day is something as simple as improving yourself. However, how many people do that on a daily basis? Show of hands. And let's be honest, like, you can lie to me, but if you're going to lie to yourself, like, what are you living for? Like, most people will keep saying like, oh, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But you make time to watch football. You make time to go drink with friends. You make time to go to the store to buy alcohol to drink at home. You make time to do all of this dumb shit in your life. You make time to argue with your spouse or with your kids. You're making time for that. So make time to improve yourself. Why not? If you're really being honest with yourself, from, let's say you just go back the last 10 years. If you went back the last 10 years and you have not reached any one of your goals or the main goals that you want to reach, which most people goals are financial or health, and if you have not reached them, not saying, oh, you hit it, then you drop back down, you have not reached it and held on to it, then have you ever put the time in to develop yourself? I guarantee you the answer is going to be no if you're being honest. So do this. There's a pattern of unsuccess. If we start looking at this pattern of what it took taken for us to be unsuccessful and do the reverse, we will start being successful. And then the last thing is, who do you spend time with? Like, this goes back hand in hand. Like, everybody always tells me like, oh, I don't have time for this and that. But then you got time to go to a club and drink, or you got time to go and do these other things that don't do anything to help you improve in your life. And this is one of the biggest misconceptions about wealthy people. I used to think this also. Oh, wealthy people just hang out with whoever they want. No, they don't. After I start going to professional development seminars, start getting in the room, start paying wealthier people to actually mentor me and coach me, I started realizing they have a routine of being alone. They are some of the most loneliest people in the world. They don't spend their time with everyone, because that whole saying, the 5 people you spend your time, you are a sum of the 5 people you spend your time with. They believe that to the core, and so they don't just let anybody come around their family. And that's one of the things that I've even adopted for my life. Like, you don't see a lot of people around me. Even when I'm out doing my walking videos, or if I'm going somewhere, you don't see that many people around me. I do not let that many people be around me on a consistent basis. Now, I may meet people while I'm out and about, and then I'll judge that energy. If I feel like they're at a place where it's something that can bring positivity to my life, I may do a little trial, like, okay, can you come around? But as soon as people get to the point of where they're too negative, I stop talking to them. I don't know anybody anything, especially my time. My time is my time to do what I want with it. I will tell anybody nowadays, like, I'm one of the most selfish people in this world. And that has gotten me so full of energy, got me so directed on where I want to be in my life. You need to practice being selfish. We've always been taught you need to be selfless, you need to be selfless. Oh, go spend time with these people. What for? If people do not bring you happiness and joy and improve your life, stop spending time with them. If you see you're in a place where, you know what, man, I'm tired of drinking, I'm tired of wasting money all the time, I want to be able to go on vacations, then stop going out and partying. Stop drinking. You have the power to say no. No is the most strongest word we can use in any language next to I am. No is a complete sentence. Like, I used to have a hard time when people would come up panhandling or begging, make all these bullshit excuses around them. Now, you know what I tell them? No. And I don't care how they feel. I don't care if they're angry. I don't care if they looking like, oh, he's an asshole. I do not care. My answer was no. And I'm not going to repeat myself to anybody. Like, you need to stand and hold up on who you want. Your goals are your goals. And like, a lot of times when people see, when people see me in certain situations outside, and they'll see how I'm very nonchalant, and I'm just like, no. Someone come up begging for money? No. I have a big rule. I do not give money to anybody begging. And here's the reason why. Giving money to someone who does not know how to use money is pointless. You're literally just helping them be poor. Like, I don't care what they're going to buy it for. I don't care if it's drugs, this or that. If someone just come to me and be like, hey man, I'm just a little short on some weed, like, can I get a couple of rand to get some weed, or a couple of dollars? I give you that maybe, because it's like, okay, you're trying to get some weed. But if you come up to me begging for money, oh, I need money, and with some sob ass story, now you're trying to make me depressed when I was in a good mood outside having a great time. I'm not giving you shit. If you want to learn how to get money, you need to learn how to be of service. Making people feel negative is not something of service. Making people try to feel sympathy for you or empathy for you because of your life choices is not someone else's problem. And they don't owe you money for that. Now, if you come make me laugh, you come play some music or something, like when I was at the cafe this past Friday, I gave them a real good tip. And the funny thing about it is there was several people coming up begging. And anyone that knows me, and I just say this straight out, I do not like beggars in public. I don't like it, especially when I'm in a nice public place, eating a nice breakfast or eating a nice lunch. I'm going there for the ambiance, meaning I'm not going there to be begged or panhandled. So when the people came up and I told them no, one person came up with some sob story about being kicked out and something. I'm like, no, I don't care. That's not my problem. You did not just wake up today and then someone said, I'm going to kick you out. You did not just wake up today and someone said, and you realized you didn't have money. This has been a consistent problem for years. So get yourself out of it. Now, instead of coming up to me asking for money, maybe you should be coming up to me asking, hey, why are you reading that book? Then I probably would have gave you the book. Like, I give people books all the time. Like, if someone come to me and we're having a good conversation and I'm reading a book that can help them, I give them my last copy and go buy another one. Because in that book, if they really do the work and read it, they can actually change their lives. But me giving them a couple of dollars isn't going to do anything to change their life. And now they feel like they're entitled to where someone else someone else should or is obligated to give them money. We're not obligated to do anything in this world for other people. It's only if we want to. The only thing that we're obligated to do in this world is focus on ourselves. And if you're not willing to put in the time to focus on yourself and start being cautious on who you're hanging out with, and also start realizing no one is supposed to come here to save you. There's no Superman or Superwoman coming to save any of us. We have to save ourselves. Once you start realizing these three things, you will start hitting your goals and you'll start realizing, yo, it wasn't that hard to hit my goal. This was actually a lot easier. And then you can start moving to bigger and better goals. Like, you should be tired of still saying like, oh, this year I'm not going to be living to paycheck to paycheck. Oh, this year I'm not going to be fat anymore. And then it's just another fucking year of the same shit, man. Like, it's 2023. We need to stop doing the dumb shit that we're doing on a daily basis and start doing shit that's going to actually help us get to where we want to be. I know it sounds easy, but think about it. If it was this easy, why is it so many people are not doing it? Because they're not putting in the work to change their mindset. And so I hope you got some value from this. Hit the like button if you like this type of content. Share this with someone who could use it. And look, man, I'm just being real with you. I know it may come off harsh sometimes the way I talk, but this is just the way I speak. And this is something I'm very passionate about. I used to feel like my life sucked. I used to feel like, oh, woe is me. Why did I grow up in this neighborhood? Why did I have to go this? Why I didn't have a father in my life? Look at my life now. I'm traveling the fucking world doing what I want. And you can do this too. I'm not traveling the world because I'm an American. I'm traveling the world because I started doing certain things a certain way. And then I started changing my mindset around the way I was looking at the world around me. If you don't start doing it, how is anything going to ever change? Change only comes from within. And there's so many people out here that are teaching this stuff half-assed. They're not giving you the full information because they just want your money. I'm telling you, like, we now live in a world like, I don't need your money. The universe is going to pay me money. Like, making money is not the issue anymore. People just need to put in the time to get the money. And that's where the problem lies. The problem really lies when it comes to finances for people. People do not want to put in the time to earn the money. We now live in this instant gratification world where, oh man, somebody should like this right now because I put this video out. Nobody has to like anything. You have to give people a reason to like you. And so have a great day. There was just a little bit of extra mindset thing there, and I will see you tomorrow.